Very curious what our cold open is, Tim. Hi. It's time for SportsCenter with Jay and Dan, presented by Tim Hortons. We're thrilled that you tuned in. Dan, our friend of this program, Mike Commodore, former Calgary Flames defenseman, among other teams in the NHL, he's turned into a bit of an insider. I believe that's his hashtag, insider. And late Sunday night, after a lot of the free agent deals had been broken, Commodore broke one of his own.
That's right. He lives in Calgary part-time, so he's got an in there, and he predicted this deal. It did come to fruition. Commodore broke it. The Flames signed James Neal to a 5-year contract worth $28.75 million, an average annual cap hit of $5.75 million. Neal coming off his 10th straight 20-goal season last year, put up 25 with Vegas, added another 6 during the Golden Knights' historic playoff run to the Stanley Cup final.
But I think, with Calgary, they got a great goaltending and they got some unbelievable skill up front. So I feel like it's a team that's really close to winning. And, I think over the last few years, coming so close to winning the Stanley Cup, you want more. So I feel like I could be maybe that missing piece to push the Flames over the edge and, win a championship.
The former Bowmanville Eagle is now with his first ever Canadian NHL team. I mentioned he scored at least 20 goals in each of his 10 seasons in the NHL, averages 26 goals a year. We're going to have plenty more on this signing throughout this edition of SportsCenter with Jay and Dan.
Hey, look everyone, it's our broadcast mentor, Rod Smith. Remember the question that Rod asked about Belgium before the World Cup started?
It seems inevitable. Will Russia be the place they announce their arrival to the world?
Yes, that question, the answer is yes. So far, the answer seems to be yes. Yes. Belgium won their group and took on Japan in their first knockout round match, but no one could have predicted what happened between those two teams on Monday. It was the match of the tournament so far. Japan only made the knockout stage because they had fewer yellow cards than Senegal in Group H. Japan in position to make the quarters for the first time. No team has come back from 2 down in a World Cup knockout game since 1970. What a finish! That guy looked terrifying. Chadley wins it. Belgium, first team to come back to win from 2 down in the knockout stage in 48 years. Japan eliminated. Belgium takes it 3-2.
Brazil and Mexico. Neymar's time to shine with Messi and Ronaldo out. Neymar's 6th World Cup goal and Brazil's 227th goal all-time in the tournament, passing Germany for the most ever. Flashing back to Brazil's final group stage game. Neymar got a lot of attention for this dramatic role following a foul. Guess what? He was okay. In this one, Miguel Layun goes to grab the ball from Neymar, steps on his ankle. It's the same foot Neymar had surgery on earlier in the year. It's not the step, but Neymar's reaction that's the center of attention. Again, he's rolling around on the ground, looking to be near death. There's no punishment handed out to Layun, and despite being down for several minutes, Neymar was okay. Mexico eliminated into the round of 16 for the 7th straight World Cup. Luke and the guys, they go deeper on Neymar.
Well, when Brazil's in action, Neymar never far from the headlines. You want to like Neymar, especially things you see like that back heel there. Then we also saw maybe the worst of Neymar. He did get a little step on him here, Layun. But what about the reaction?
Well, first of all, I think Layun's very lucky. You know, he stood on his leg. You know,
it's a red card.
It's a red card. You know, the reaction, okay. I know, I get, like, you can see right there, he knows what he's done. He stood on his ankle. And, like, you know, that is not going to be something you could just get up from. That's going to hurt. I'm not defending Neymar and the actions afterwards. I'm going to say this. I understand casual fans who look at that, particularly here in North America, where football, hockey, very physical games, and you look at that and you think, that is ridiculous. I get all that. That's not my job. My job is to analyze the football match. And my concern would be if the emotional control of the games get out of hand and it becomes about him, that's a major concern for me. If he's going to continue to do this and get suspended by getting a booked in the next game, that for me is where I would get in. Of course, it's absolutely ridiculous. Come on.
But he is stamped on. It's cheeky from Lyon. He tries that. It's absolutely on purpose. He comes over here. He's sick of his antics, and in fairness, he's holding his head to start with, and then he comes down on the top of his ankle. Now, there's no real pressure there, but it's not a nice thing. It's, like I say, it's cheeky from Lyon. He's lucky not to get a red card, but it's the rolling around that people don't like, and it's the stuff that happens before that that makes players dislike him. That's why Lyon steps on him in the first place. And he's proven that every single time that, you know, he's vulnerable in that regard. He's not vulnerable as a football player, sensational player, but he's shown that he's vulnerable emotionally.
I gotta tell you, this World Cup, it's been unreal. Just 2 games remain in the round of 16. You'll see those on TSN.
Huge news from the NBA. DeMarcus Cousins is going to the Golden State Warriors, making him golden. It's a 1-year, $5.3 million deal. Yes, he left millions, perhaps $20 million on the table to join the 2-time defending champs. Now, he hasn't played since suffering a torn Achilles this past January. Not expected to return till around the All-Star break. He's 27 years old, averages 25 and 13 in 45 games for the Pellies before the injury last season. And this is the tweet from Steph Curry, the third Splash Brother. Let's go. Could he have been referring to this video from shoot-around during the 2014 FIFA World Cup?
Who are you, DeMarcus?
The third Splash Brother. I don't get that on camera, right? We gotta get this right. The third Splash Brother. We're still taking applications, don't worry.
He really can't shoot the three. That's the thing. He's a huge guy, but he can shoot the three. And then Sixers star Joel Embiid continues the subtweeting of LeBron James and his decision to go to the Lakers instead of the Sixers, saying, there's still time to change your mind, and let's pull a DeAndre Jordan and just trust it.
And something else happened in basketball on Monday, something just bizarre. And we have the video to prove it. It is from the FIBA World Cup basketball qualifiers. Australia taking on the Philippines. Philippines down 31 points. When things get crazy.
But go ahead. And Golden, well, they got to calm these two down. This is getting out of control. They need to calm this situation down. Oh, my Lord. These are ugly, ugly scenes right now. You won't believe what's going on.
The hard foul by the Filipino guard starts the brawl. Bucks center Thon Maker in the middle of the mix. One Aussie was attacked by several Philippine players. Chairs were thrown. After a 30-minute delay by the officials, there's the chair, Maker and 12 other players were ejected from the game. The Philippines left with only 3 players able to play. And before the game could get into the fourth quarter, 2 Filipino players fouled out, leaving only 1 player left. So that forced the officials to call the game. The brawl caught the attention of Jazz star Donovan Mitchell, who said, "Yo, Thon Maker out here trying to hit dudes with flying knee." And then the crying emoji. Or is that laughing?
I can't figure out the difference.
That seems to be crying. Coming up next, Erik Karlsson's officially on the open market. Where will the 2-time Norris Trophy winner end up? Oh, you'll find out next.
Angela knew that when Drew ordered Tim's new poutine, made with crispy potato wedges and Quebec cheese curds, he might need some napkins. Maybe a few more.
Thank you.
Try Tim Hortons' new poutine today.
Join the first purge.
Announcing the commencement of the first purge in 5, 4, 3, 2. We're safe.
And now, the first purge.
On June 2nd and 3rd, Nissan Micro Cup took its show to Calabogie Motorsports Park. In race 1, Olivier Bedard dominated the 40-minute competition, capturing his 3rd win of the season, while Kevin King and Valerie Limoges rounded out the podium. Sunday's race 2, no changes up front as Bedard put his stamp on the weekend, winning the race and opening up a 24-point gap over his closest competitor in the standings. To learn more about the Nissan Micro Cup, visit microcup.com.
We're living in a time where this is easy. So shouldn't video calls be easy too? Introducing Google Duo. Simple, high-quality video calling from Google. Duo just works. On whatever phone, whatever network. So you can call the people you love all over the world. Quick to get started, easy to use. It's the most reliable video calling experience in Canada. Google Duo. Video calling by Google.
Super Emma just about sleeps in her cape. But when we realized she was battling sensitive skin, we switched to Tide Pods Free and Gentle. It's gentle on her skin and out cleans our old bargain detergent. #1 dermatologist recommended. It's gotta be Tide.
For those who thirst for more, Coors Light is lagered, filtered, and packaged cold for a clean, crisp taste. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Blue Jays hosting the Tigers. Now, before the game, Nick Castellanos and Kevin Pillar are hugging because on Sunday, Castellanos hit what looked to be a sure home run, would have been his second of the game, until Pillar scaled the wall and pulled it back in one of the greatest catches of this season. And that led to that reaction from Castellanos. And then the two stars breaking down the mechanics of that catch. That's cool. Display of sportsmanship, right? Rookie Ryan Borucki making his second career start and first at Skydome, filling in for the injured Aaron Sanchez. Top one, Borucki, loading him up with one out, gets James McCann to ground him to the inning-ending 1-2-3 double play. And Borucki was rolling after that, retired 13 straight at one point, went 7 strong, struck out 8. His family was there. Yes, 9th inning. Saturday's walk-off hero, the smoke monster, Justin Smoke. Pinch hitting, draws the walk, plates the tying run. We're off to extras. Top 10, one away. Nico Goodrum sends one to the gap in right center. Motors around the bases for his second triple of the year, so the go-ahead run for Detroit is now 90 feet away. And the next batter, Jose Iglesias, brings him home. This is deep enough that Randall Grichuk is not even going to be close. Tigers salvage a split with the Jays. 3-2 final. Yankees hosting the Braves. Aaron Judge, 3 home runs in his last 5 games. And in the bottom of the first, he sends the Anibal Sanchez 0-2 offering to the right field bleachers. 4 home runs in his last 6, 23 home runs on the season. 1-0 New York Yankees. Top 3. Atlanta responds. Johan Camargo. Watch the swing. He barely swings. It's another solo shot. The game is tied at 1, and a fan wearing a Chipper Jones jersey ends up with it. Jones will be inducted to the Baseball Hall of Fame later this month. That's kind of cool. Top 4 tied at 2. It's the rookie Ronald Acuna Jr. Acuna Jr.
Inside third.
Rips one down the left field line, plates the go-ahead run, 3-2 Braves. Yankees would tie it on a sac fly, send it to extras, top 11. Acuna Jr. with a little opposite field power. Now, this actually grazed the top of Aaron Judge's glove, but he couldn't grab it. 3 RBIs of the night for Acuna Jr. Braves beat the Yanks. Braves, very exciting team to watch. Very exciting.
We're selling advertising for our walkover clock.
I mean, this seems almost ridiculous. We've been on the air for about 9 months, and we still don't have an official sponsor for a walkover clock. So,
you know what?
Get on it.
You know what would be a great walkover sponsor? Dr. Scholes or Scholes?
Dr. Scholes Odor Eaters?
Because we're walking.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Not the odor eaters, like the foam insert.
Oh, right, like the, what do they call them? Insoles, that's it. Thank you, producer.
You know the machine you put your bare feet in at the store that everyone else has? According to,
Yeah, well, Dan, I wanted to say something. You remember, Larry Brooks, the New York Post, okay? He's a sports writer for the New York Post. He covers the Rangers, has done so for a long time. He's about to go into the Hockey Hall of Fame. He was just named the Hockey Hall of Fame. If you don't know him, you may remember this clip.
I guess that's what I'm saying, Brooksy. You get that through your head?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, according to Brooksy of the New York Post, the Ottawa Senators have given teams permission to discuss a contract extension with Erik Karlsson. Sens offered the defenseman an 8-year extension Sunday, but speculation amongst NHL execs is that a deal with Ottawa, doubtful. Two-time Norris Trophy winner. There's only 1 year left on his current deal, so that's big news.
Brooksy reported in his same tweet that Karlsson wants the same deal Drew Doughty just signed with the LA Kings. He signed an 8-year, $88 million deal over the weekend to stay with the Kings. So now Drew Doughty didn't apparently use an agent. He just negotiated that deal himself, saved himself a bunch of money. If you're Karlsson, why would you now use an agent? Wouldn't you just go in and say, hey, that Doughty deal, give me that. I want that one. Give me that.
But his agent's like, remember me? I work for you.
And Karlsson's like, no, I don't.
Top free agent still available.
Let's take a look at him, Dan. I'm surprised Patrick Maroon is still on the board because I believe, I can't remember if it was Bob or Dregs reported on July the 1st that there's like half a dozen teams interested in the forward services. I think some people thought he might head back home to St. Louis, but they spent their money elsewhere.
It's also a well-known Brooks Orpik, named after Larry Brooks.
Oh, that's nice. Wouldn't that be something, if he ended up going back there? Joe Thornton has signed a 1-year, $5 million deal to stay with the Sharks, signing on his birthday. He's 39 years old, entering his 14th season with the Sharks. He's the Sharks franchise leader in assists. He was limited to 47 games last year. He didn't play after January. He was dealing with a knee injury. The deal includes a no-trade clause, by the way.
7 more games. He's going to become the 19th player to reach the 1,500 game mark for a career. That's a lot of hockey.
That's a lot of hockey. He's done a lot of great things. Great player. But Tort said something else a long time ago.
Joe's a heck of a player, but here's a player popping off about our team, and Joe hasn't won a thing in this league.
Tort's making a big impact on this show. Hey, the Sharks also signed Thomas Hurdle to a 4-year contract extension worth $5.6 million annually. First-round draft pick by the Sharks in 2012. Hurdle entering his 6th season with the franchise. 24-year-old had a career-high 22 goals and 24 assists in 79 games last season.
What this tells me, Dan, along with the James Neal deal, because Pooley pointed out, it's like 20 goals a year, just automatic. You score 20 goals in the NHL now, $5 million a year. Boom, you got it.
I should have played out.
Yes, you should have played out. You should have played out.
Playing net.
Between the pipes. After LeBron signed with the Lakers on Sunday, fans and media alike wondered how Kobe would react to the acquisition. It's safe to say the 5-time NBA champion is in favor of the move.
I talked to him yesterday and just told him welcome, man. It's crazy because, we've played together on several Olympic teams and have been around each other for All-Star games and things of that nature. And I've always talked about getting together and working out and doing that sort of stuff, but it never ever really materialized because, I had my stuff going on here in L.A. and he was doing his thing in Cleveland and Miami. But now, he's part of the family, right? So, like, whatever he needs, I got him. Like, when I came here, Magic did the same thing for me. Kareem did the same thing for me and all these other guys, right? It's part of a community now. And so anything he needs on my end, I'm there for him and his family, and it's all love. I'm really, really excited for him.
First move, go to the games the same way Kobe did.
In a chopper.
That's right.
But Kobe was a long way from the Staples Center.
He was
He's
in
like
Huntington, I believe.
Newport or Huntington or something like that. LeBron's in Westwood. We're getting very specific about LA geography, and it's boring.
We need a Lakers reality show because the Lakers, they have another player.
This is
Rajon Rondo.
This is a wow moment.
Agreed to sign with the Lakers on a one-year deal worth $9 million. 12-year vet, averaged 8.2 assists per game for the Pellies last season, tied for 4th among league leaders. Rondo expected to compete with Lonzo Ball for the starting point guard job in L.A.
That should go well.
Rondo, he has run-ins with teammates on every team he goes to.
He's been on, what is this? This will be Rondo's sixth different teams since 2015.
Yeah. And you got him in there with Lance Stevenson.
And JaVale McGee. And, of course, LeBron. They're all going to L.A. It's going to be weird. Well, Julius Randle, he's not going to be there. He's moving on to the Big Easy. The Lakers renounced his rights, which allowed him to be a free agent, and he quickly signed with the Pellies. It's a 2-year deal worth $18 million. I thought this was interesting. He averaged 29 points per 48 minutes last year, 16th best in the NBA. And his fellow Kentucky alum, the Brow, Anthony Davis, a big part of recruiting him to New Orleans, because obviously they're not going to have Boogie Cousins back.
Who's the next player the Lakers sign?
It's going to be Bill Laimbeer. Bill Laimbeer is going to come out of retirement and just create the craziest locker room of all time.
Could happen.
When we come back, Wimbledon is underway with Milos Raonic in action. We've got those highlights coming up. Canadian! Canadian! Milos Raonic, 13th seed at Wimbledon, first-round match, taking on Liam Brody of Great Britain. First set, on serve at 2-all. Backhand volley just out of the reach of Brody. Raonic 5-1 on grass before he was injured and forced to withdraw from his last event by forced. Now 6-5, Raonic set point, big forehand. Raonic takes the first set 7-5, and after taking the second set 6-love, Raonic trying to win his 11th straight game, does so in style, challenging his inner Rafa Nadal with the overhead backhand winner. The commentators discuss how Brody could possibly claw back.
I think probably try and trip him as you pass the umpire's chair. I think go for the knee injury, that's probably the best bet, but I hear what you say, you know, there's an opportunity.
All right. Milos cruises to his first Grand Slam win of 2018.
Serena Williams back at Wimbledon after a one-year hiatus, taking on Aracha Rus. Serena coming back from a pec injury that forced her out of the French Open. She's won the title in her last 2 appearances. First set, passes Rus with the backhand. Serena took the set 7-5. Williams is 66-1 in first-round matches at Grand Slams. Down a break in the second. Ooh, slipped on the turf. Falls awkwardly. She was okay. She was okay. Same game, Serena attacks the net. Rus able to chase down the half volley. Serena, the running back in. Serena won the last 5 games of the match, earning her 15th straight win at Wimbledon. And our coverage of Wimbledon continues Tuesday, day 2. I wonder what they'll have to eat, because their catering is left in our studio all day long.
A lot of wonderfully fresh salads available for our crew.
And there's like 400 buns.
Chadley, the winner in Belgium over Japan.
Oh, the guy brought an oversized glove and he still didn't catch it.
Oh, man.
Where do you get one of those? That's pretty cool.
Neymar, ankle gets stepped on, and here it is. Like a young Daniel Day-Lewis.
Reds and Brewers. Travis Shaw, chopper to second. Reds get the force at first. Throw it to second. Yeah, it's into the outfield. Left fielder. Yep, misplayed the ball. Jesus Aguilar rounds third, looking to score.
Oh,
and it's going down. It's the 4-3-7-2 double play.
Bucks and Doyers. Nick Kingham misses for ball 3, then drops the throw back to the mound. And the runner from third comes in to score. It's an unfortunate sequence for Nick Kingham.
Class A baseball, Spokane and Hillsborough. Third baseman Joey Rose. into the front row. Pretty good crowd at Class A baseball, Spokane and Hillsboro. Hillsboro, don't know where that is.
Ryan Paline. Oh, what a move. Can't finish. This is the Montreal Development Camp scrimmage from the Sakura_Japan Instagram.
Twins and Brewers. Joe Mauer hammers one. Keon Bruxton. Ah! What a catch. Channeling his inner Kevin Pillar.
Great job on those highlights, Dan. But before we get to the plays of the week, it's time for another edition of our very popular segment, Are They Related? Today's contestants are actor Tate Donovan and Ottawa Red Blacks head coach Rick Campbell. Dan, are they related?
They could be twin brothers.
I dropped my Sharpie over here.
Acer Computers still advertising.
Acer, we'll get it right someday. Drop the pen. This has been Mike Sherman, Sideline Seduction.
That was amazing. FIBA qualifiers from Ottawa, Group D, Canada, U.S. Virgin Islands. Former Raptor Corey Joseph, nice moves in the second quarter. Spins off the defender, lays it in, off glass. I sound a little stuffed up. I just sneezed 3 times. I apologize. Teenage phenom R.J. Barrett and NBA vet Kelly Olynyk led the team with 14 points last game. On Monday, Barrett with the steal in transition. Behind the back pass to Olynyk. And boomsies. Olynyk led the team with 14 points. Sorry. Barrett, third quarter, drives the net. Picks it off glass. Barrett put up 13 points in this one. Team Canada wins Group D. They take it 99-69.
Great to watch that, isn't it?
Yeah.
You okay?
I don't know. I didn't think I had allergies.
I think you might be allergic to some of the fresh lettuces that they've arranged for the Wimbledon crew. There's lots of arugula. It's the worst play of the day. Look at this, Dan. Max Scherzer, 91-mile-an-hour slider. Sandy Leon swings at it, despite the fact that it's between his legs.
After that wild pitch, and certainly an admirable effort by his catcher, Severino, but
was strike 3. And that
move up to second and third after that
was the worst play of the day. You blew it. It's our popular segment where we point out our errors. It says here you couldn't tell if the emojis in Donovan Mitchell's tweet were crying or laughing. I couldn't either.
No, that was a crying one. As G-Bone, one of our producers, said, he used the wrong one.
Okay, and then we both didn't know what Dr. Scholl's insoles were. We called them inserts. Dr. Scholl's inserts.
Dr. Scholl's, please.
Come sponsor our walkover clock, Dr. Scholl's.
Come on, Doc.